Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT is here. It is time to get ready to go for the penultimate last summon of Season 9 in the Crew 2. We're going back to the 50s. A themed summon mostly related to classic vehicles, particularly the ones made in the 1950s. But also to be not featured in the bundle events since we already got the Cadillac Cyclone XP74 concept and the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR a Land Hunt Coupe W196 is also to be featured for today's event by the restriction. Other 4 events in different disciplines will be welcome at any time. We'll be going over to have 3 skills will be listed in as well. So better make sure you guys, every kinds of theme car event will be related onto the 1950s. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you really want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summon event, and let's begin. Last week's event is all about having alien conspiracy theories featuring a service vehicle of the Ford F-150 Raptor from outer space. Is all about discoveries to have a new theme event to be modded to be locating around in Red Rock. Rank 4,275th place to be at the Platinum, and that makes a very good successful points to be over by 1 million. Only one more event to go, and we're about to be ready to set out on to Mitsubishi's Motor Addict by next week. After the 50s, we'll have 4 different rewards will be coming in. So better make sure to get yourself organized with all kinds of different vehicles in different disciplines. First up, onto the Solemn to be locating at the Giants. Land-based vehicle is also to be well suitable to have all kinds of different land-based cars between the ride of the vehicles of 4 wheels and the motorcycle. Just gonna have to jump right in with the Kawasaki Ninja H2 to be the first one to go in. There we go. Just gonna have to go past through. Keep a good steady pace. Alright, just gonna have to keep coming up. 10 seconds left. There we go. Looks like that makes a very good nick of time is coming closer, and there you have it, folks. Luckily, I just changed up the color with the Kawasaki Ninja H2 in the touring car discipline. So that makes the first skill of the event is complete by having 100,000 points to be added with 53,571 points to be boosted up to be additional. So it's going to be quite good to have classic vehicles will be well related to the 1950s. Any kinds of land-based car from the late 50s could probably have to be welcome at any time. So let's go over onto the High Sierra Escape to be on land-based vehicle number 2. Talking about classic cars from the late 50s, let's go over onto the options menu and grab a rally raid discipline to be suitable to be as a late 50s. Just going to go over onto the RR discipline. Okay, 2 choices of the Volkswagen Beetle Rally Raid Edition. One for the standard and one for the Hoodlum Racing Crew Edition. Same per level at 140, so I just gonna have to put up with a Nitro Chemist boost will be labeled as an icon. Just gonna go with a Hoodlum Racing Crew Edition of the Beetle. Turn the engine on, and let's get ready to go. Gonna have to drive away. Keep a good steady pace. There's one player passed by. I know this is going to be very rough out there because this part of the skill is also to be locating at the Sierra Mountains. Speaking of Sierra Mountains, have you guys ever think of playing Gran Turismo 7? I have already did. I also did 2 videos in part 1 and 2 of the full walkthrough because it's so much thrill of excitement, you guys. GT7 is the best game in every Gran Turismo series. So I hope I could probably have to look forward on the Trial Mountain later on, because I'm just being a busy, hard-working person, just gonna have to try to do something to be well entertained. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna have to make sure to see how the example is gonna be very challenging to take part on this escape skill for Rally Raid. It's gonna give up. Check on the yards is 2981 yards. That makes the main approach is doing a-okay. Maybe let's try to do the opposite direction. Let's go over again to see how I could probably have to do it. Just like one player just did, but I have to go over it by doing the best direction. Okay, let's see how it works. Attempt number 2 by the opposite direction. Oh man, this is gonna be airborne. Quick refill with the nitrous. That was so incredible, and also to beat the main goal to reach up onto Tuck's current yard distance. Gonna have to try to keep climbing up onto the hills. Ooh, looks like two-wheeler gives a good, excellent performance, but also just gonna have to be a little bit much careful, try not to go over loosen it. There you go. Excellent airborne. Now gonna have to climb up to beat my current record. The red zone is still catching up onto me. Keep going up. Same as before, and different numbers. That was so challenging to see how far I can probably reach up. Let's take another round to go for the faster rolling start. It will be doing much quicker and faster to take some quick refill when doing airborne. Let's see how fast can take much daring extreme jump. Oh man, gonna have to take a touchdown. Very good. Almost loosening up onto the perfect line. Now, let's beat the terrain and boost them up. Steering handling is going to be very harder as it looks. Okay, still got this in the bag. Time to go fast and climb up to beat the hill. Kick it up onto the fourth gear and get closer to be nearly towards 100 miles per hour. Alright, 3,000 yards. Finally beat Tuck's record. And then driving off-road freestyle by doing some extreme jumps. Heads up, red zone. This is where I'm about to make a stop. Outdoor and interbred. Challenge complete, and that makes a very good job to climb up for only 100,000 points in skill number 2. 2 skills checked, 1 more to go, and that makes Badlands will be going in to take the next event. Alright, so I'm about to switch things up onto a different airplane. It's all about doing classic planes we'll be flying around to be going in. Here comes the P-54 Mustang Striga and going in to take on to do the matching figures. Old school plane, very good in use since the 1940s in World War II. Alright, that's more like it. Just gonna have to fly around and putting up the land gear turn on automatically. Matching figures complete. So far so close onto the checkpoint. One more remaining, and here comes the flying final stretch. There you go. Flying skills successful. True ace pilot. Well flying in the 1945 model to be well dominate in the skies. Now attempt number 1 activity outcome performance is successfully to get closer by 150,000 points. But I could probably have to take it because that makes a very good average performance to be flying in a 1940s aircraft. With 3 skills complete, now let's go over with 2 events with restricted will be eligible to enter. First up, Motor Road 66 for the Cadillac Cyclone XP74 concept will be entered to be the first one for today. 1950s vehicles is all about classic to have some best place and good old street racing to be part of Route 66. And by that time, a 1959 road car to be labeled as a concept car to be well fitted with some maximum upgrades including the Nitro Chemist. So I'm about to choose the XP74 concept for today's first event after 3 skills is checked and complete.
3.
Let's start out in St. Louis, Missouri for having a starting grid to be at the riverfront. But there will be some good classic cars who will be joined in session to be part of the party.
Start driving.
So let's go over there and take first place in the lead. Let's follow the route in Route 66. Checkpoint clear. Now gonna have to keep going forward onto the right turn. Followed by the corner, we'll be doing the main spot. Gonna have to slow down and regain control of the handling and go faster for the re-acceleration. Next corner at the left, gonna have to pass through, and then the right turn, we'll be moving on into the main checkpoint. Rough terrain is gonna be doing surprisingly well out there to be driving on the road. If anything possible to be doing some quick nitro refill, better make sure to spend with some icon points to build up with different affixes that related to have nitro refill by over 25 points to be giving a good stopping point. 35% in the progression, and looks like I'm still in Motor Road 66 in the Midwest. Time to keep going straight. Follow the lines without going off the road. Okay, there is the place that everybody is doing a drag race. Maybe I could probably have to come here sometimes. Only in free mode, you guys. This makes a very good place since the first installment of the crew. Just gonna have to keep going forward to go faster by the 4th gear transmission. Switch down onto 3rd. Checkpoint clear and successful. Now gonna have to pull the nitro again. There's the bridge. Gonna have to go right in, enter the checkpoint to be entered onto Dailyland. In about a few miles, I'm about to head out over onto Chicago. But not yet far, only a short distance away, and now here comes the right turn at the next street. There you go. Now I have entered Chicago, Illinois. Just gonna have to make the advanced street over onto Pilsen, followed by the West Loop. Okay, looks like this makes a very good direction to be at the street, so maybe that might be giving a stopping point to be having a pure driving street race event. Okay, looks like over 3 minutes. Good job, and 100,000 points to be yet complete. That makes one event down, 5 more to go by the remaining. Next up for the mixed event, by using the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, a Land Hunt Coupe Type Model W196 will be locating at Coconut Grove. Sounds like a very good place to be at Miami, you guys. Hopefully for some classic cars for every pro racing class category to be on the touring car discipline. But there will be a very good chance to see that there will be more classic cars or one make race to be labeled as the same car as well. But this will be a very good time to grab with the UDRS in Sport Tag to have an old school design variant with a car number 68. Same as always to be as a quick and easy handling in 320. So I'm about to be ready to go back to my roots after this, so this will be a very good mixed event to be part in Coconut Grove. Here comes the 1950 style background in Miami, you guys. But a 4-car showdown to be in the 1-make category. So let's kick it up onto the high gear and go right dive in onto the first checkpoint. There you go. Gonna have to go clean racing onto the streets. Shortcuts will be doing a-okay, but better make sure to have 2 types of specific signs. There's the smoothie with strawberry that indicates diner, and there's also to be having another chance to see a pink flamingo with a hotel sign in it. Going up onto the nitro gear and commence the early braking point. There you go. Excellent driving technique. Always gonna have to drive like a pro. But it might be possible when smashing a sign that might be disappear instantly during this part of the mixed event. But clearly, I kinda like this part of the classic car to be well driven to be take place in Miami. But here comes the touchdown point. We'll be ready to slam the brakes. There you go. Shortcut is doing great. And then coming in towards lap number 1 at the end. And here comes lap number 2 by having a halfway point in 50% at the progression. Very good power slide technique. And gonna have to get closer onto the diner sign with a smoothie with strawberry on it. Slow down the brake. Perfection turn like an apex. And now gonna have to go right in onto the short straightaway. See how driving strategies when you see 2 signs specifically to be in this mixed event. Also to be labeled as a deemed summon to be well temporarily. Well, I kinda like it. It looks so amazing to have a different style of the 1950s. Gonna have to get closer for having a nearly there, folks. Kick it up onto the high gear and go over onto the same alleyway. But it's also to be wide open and give a good, excellent braking point to be going shortcut by the quickest way. There you go. Now gonna have to take a good final turn and do the final stretch. Here comes the time limit. Gonna have to get closer until 3 minutes. And then there you go. 2 minutes 58.88 seconds. Excellent and classic performance to be well achieved. Solid sweep for only 122,000 points to be added with 67 points. New record in the first attempt, and that makes the perfect time to go right back onto the basic to go back to my roots. Perfect time to do event number 3 by giving a good same title name. Clearly, this will have to go over to go right back onto the basic to use the same car onto the same track. Pro racing to be locating in Miami racetrack, by the way, but it was so incredible after doing some good attempts by taking part in the mixed event to be in the 1-make category. 4 cars in the same car is doing much brilliant to have a best wave. We'll have to go over onto the pass. Event number 3, here I go, and let's see how the difference is. So I could probably have to do a good old basic skills. We'll go advance.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
Now let's go in again. Same track, same car, same 1-make category.
You're all the way at the back. Deep breaths, Hero. Deep breaths.
I know what I'm doing, Hero. Just gonna keep a little bit calm and, well, patient that I'm about to take the lead. Looks like Clarence is here once again. Let's give the pro racing champ to see how clean racing is.
Victory dance, here I come.
Successful job for UDRS in Sportec to go old school. Now gonna have to keep a good lineup to follow the trail and keep on racing to stay clean. Excellent sharp turn at the final corner. Now here comes lap number 2. Feels like part of the full walkthrough, you guys. This car also comes in for free after taking part for this event. It looks so good, much handling, and well recommendable for taking part in the pro racing category as a touring car discipline. Time to kick it up and use the nitro to be used onto the straightaways. Speed up onto the 3rd gear. Slow down onto the next corner. 9.1 seconds. Very good. Now getting closer on to 10 seconds behind the gap marked in green. Here comes the final lap. Let's take the old dog over onto the finish line to be at the podium. Checkpoint clear in the first sector. Now enter sector 2. Next up is sector 3. Gonna have to stay on edge. Going in onto the inside. Final stretch I go. Final sector equals first place at the podium. And that's how a fast tourist makes you become a good old classic pro racer to go right back to your roots. Okay then, so this will be a very good attempt number 1 to be as a good record. I'll make sure I'll have to come back again by doing another round. So incredible to go right back onto the basics, you guys. Pro racing, all about doing some practice with a classic race car. We'll have to go old school. Let's go over on to Soul Flats into the next event to be as the number 4 title. Drag race discipline, very good, and also to be having some modern vehicles will be eligible to enter it. But it will be quite possible to have retro classic cars from the 90s. But it doesn't exist to be well included to see it, but maybe there's only one dragster to be as early 50s. But also to be as a 1930s, by the way, but I'm about to go with a Proto Hub 1 Inferno Edition to be having a good classic car. This may be the only dragster to be well designed to be as a fictional in the 1930s. This makes a very good place to have classic cars to be well suited to be as a dragster. So let's see how I could probably have to do this, because hot and cold style, just like Icy Xmas again. But we're in March, because this will be the perfect place to have a best time to be going warmer on to spring. Let's go in 3 seconds to be on a good start. That's more like it. Just gonna have to keep up higher onto the 5th gear. Run number 1 complete. Very good to have a run time in 13.674 seconds in the first run. Let's go again on to run number 2, you guys. Spring is coming. Winter is about to come to an end for this year. And let's get fired up. Perfect start, I go. Let's keep follow up onto the rhythm. And that will be a very good, excellent speed. Pure power. Pure hot speed drag power. Almost good enough. 378 miles per hour will be doing good. But the gear type has to be doing perfectly. As always, we've done this many times. Let's keep the gauge in the green zone. 3 seconds to be on standby. Okay, that was a good burn. Close enough. And there you go. Run number 3 is complete by the checked. Very good and excellent. By exactly 13 seconds with a decimal of 106 seconds, and that makes a very good thumbs up check complete. Let's see the activity performance. 100,000 is doing great. Same as always, let's go over on to the 5th event. Is going to be having one choice to be well determined. Next up, Great Basin for the aerobatics will go flying up the air to match the figures. By choosing the best airplane is also to be as a 2018 model. Clearly, it's going to be perfect to use the WACO YMF-5D Super aerobatics edition to be look like as a 1950s airplane. So I'm about to go for it and get ready for takeoff in about 3 seconds to match the figures to go fly up until taking roll 6 times in a row. Let's do this and go up higher. That's 1 time, 2 times. Gonna have to go with 6 times in a row. Gonna have to do a chain combo, you guys. Brilliant. Now, here comes the nosedive. Time to boost them up. Very excellent. Now, gonna have to stay on freestyle time. Keep a good steady pace on the plane. Very good. Commence circle around in air drift. Now, let's see what's next for the checklist. Low altitude. Got it. That's where I'm about to head out. Just keep going and take a good chance by having a touch and go. That's 1. And that's 2. Now, let's do 3 times a roll. So you see how freestyle is also to do some entertainment, so everybody really loves to see how planes can actually to be well fitted. First time ever to be well performed in the 1950s, but clearly for having WACO to be as an airplane manufacturer brand to be well putting up with some different spec of performance. Kinda looks a bit. This airplane is doing much incredible to have well fitted to have all kinds of different designs to be well exact to be used as a crop duster. Now let's go over the outside loop. There you go. Now let's go back to do some air drift. Stay on track. Gonna have to stay on this area. Circle again and increase the points to do some air drifting. Okay, looks like this is gonna get much higher as it looks. Gonna have to do nosedive by having 3 times the roll. 30 seconds left. There you go, nosedive checked. Now I'm gonna have to take 3rd time of the roll. And then night flight. That will have to go increase the yards. Alright, there you go. Looks like this is gonna be quite good to do some event complete in freestyle. And that makes almost to be at least 5,000 points. 4,981 points. I'll take that to be as attempt number 1 complete. Solid goal to have legendary parts in 7 categories, you guys. That's how what I really need to get aerobatics parts for every kinds of airplanes to be well used. 1 more event to go, and we're going oldies but goodies challenge to take the final round. We'll be taking part in the Midwest. So this will be a very good choice to be selected with any kinds of street race discipline. Go with a classic or modern. The decision will be yours whenever you like to pick. But it will be doing possible to have different choices of classic vehicles. So let's see. Which car should I choose? The Chevy 3100, the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, Chevy Camaro C28, Corvette Grand Sport 2nd generation. Maybe I have to go with the 3100. It's a very good choice to have a nice classic pickup truck since Chevy addict. I'm about to go with a classic pickup truck, by the way, you guys. This makes a very good oldies but goodies challenge. We'll be doing the first attempt in the live summit. Let's go old-fashioned to take the lead and have a good run to be at the finish line.
Come on, you can do it!
Any classic car will be eligible to participate in this event on the live summit. Any kinds of modern cars, including the 1980s as well, to see how the handling is very challenging to take on with some good old 1950 sports car in the street race discipline. Just gonna make sure to have on board with the 3100 Chevy pickup truck. Keep it up, going faster by the limit without losing control by losing a grip. Since last time at Chevy Addict from a while back, because taking part in the 1-make race by using the same car at downtown Detroit is doing incredible to have a good maximum performance to go well extended to be at the 4th gear. But here comes the shortcut. Gonna have to go in onto the streets by passing the checkpoint. Kick it up onto the high gear to use the... Be patient. And now coming in onto the straightaway before moving on to take the right turn. Very good. Checkpoint clear. If I can use the Rocket Company service vehicle to the same car, that will be compared to the difference like the original. But it has also kinds of custom exterior parts. We'll be doing the same match just like the cover on the Chevy Addict. But this makes never changes for this pickup truck, going old-fashioned to go classic to have a nice wonderful tuner part to be well fitted for the Chevy 3100. Staying on track, doing a power slide handling, gonna have to stay right back onto the road surface. Close call. 20% remaining to go until reaching up onto the finish line, you guys. Still got this in the bag. Luckily, I have to make sure to be very careful not to drift for this car. It may be very challenging whenever it comes in to have an issue. But there it is right now. Finish line is right in the nick of time. 2 minutes 31.749 seconds to be in first place at the first attempt. Very good job, but this makes 72,858 points in the first activity performance. That makes it a very good wrapping up moment to be in back to the 50s. Right on cue to be on the platinum reward, and that makes a very good ranking spot at 6,845th place, you guys. Good job to be part in the 50s event, and that makes one more event to go for the grand finale at the end of season 9, and that makes the penultimate will be coming in towards at the end by tomorrow. So what do you guys think about back to the 50s? Good old times to have all kinds of different events in different disciplines to have different cars from the 1950s. Especially for only one event at Great Basin for the aerobatics. Luckily, you could probably have to use the 2018 WACO airplane is doing much good to be used as a recommend airplane. So right now, we're about to be ready to go over on to Mitsubishi Addict for the next event. This makes a very good final event for all of us, for every Mitsubishi fans out there for participate in this event. Make sure grab 4 Mitsubishi cars to be on different disciplines like the Land Evo WRC05 to take part in 2 Rallycross events, Land Evo X, Eclipse GSX, and the 3000 GT VR4 in America, known as the GTO Twin Turbo from Japan. Especially for a drift edition of the Lancer Evolution X, we'll have to take part in Red Bull Drift Challenge North at Central Park in New York City. Any manufacturer car brands will be welcome to participate in 3 skills on Speed Trap, Escape, and Slalom on any land-based vehicle will be suitable for temporarily for reaching up onto the high points to get over onto the top 1000 to be part in the live summit. Back to the 50s is finished, and now it's time to get ready to go all-wheel drive for the next event for only 1 day left after having some photo op souvenirs along with a follow-up catch-up, so I'll have to be planned by schedule. One last thing. I'm doing some Gran Turismo 7 content videos on full walkthrough, so I'm about to explore all kinds of good racetrack and Gran Turismo features from the past, present, and the future. More cars are very thrilled to be excited to see. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deepnet Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.